almost everybody in our culture still knows about. And even if they've only ever seen a nativity play or something. And so it's a natural point of contact for people young and old. Christmas, yes, that's about a stable and a star and wise men and all that. So this is a way of coming into the story by going straight into the heart of it, and then hopefully people will move out from there to other bits of the story as well. Well, it obviously burst on the scene as a total shock to Mary and Joseph themselves. Mary wasn't expecting this. Joseph certainly wasn't expecting this. And all the way through, one of the things that stands out is that the angel who meets Mary and the angel who meets Joseph and the angel who meets the shepherds, the angel keeps on saying, "Do not be afraid." And it's one of those fascinating little Bible statistics that the command to not be afraid is the most frequent command in the Bible. And here it seems to be concentrated. It's as though when God is doing something new, people are likely to be a bit scared, and it happens in our lives as well. But again and again, God says, don't be afraid. It's going to be okay. This may be new, it may be scary, but let's go with it. And so the Christmas story is one of the places where that really comes together. And I think a lot of people naturally relate to that when they're afraid of whatever it may be. Just to hear this voice saying, don't be afraid. God's got this one. It's going to be okay. One of the things we can see in this Christmas story itself is that there were great upheavals going on in Galilee and in Bethlehem and in Jerusalem. And in this story, we meet the old King Herod, who's frightened that there's going to be a new king who's going to take over his world. And our world is like that as well. There are old rulers who are frightened about conspiracies, and that's one of the reasons there are wars and things going on. And so the sense that this story is God's own story, which happens right at the heart of when everything seems to be going wrong in the world. And I think children particularly, they may hear something on the news, or they may be aware that adults are worried about something. And this is a story about the powerful love of God coming right into the middle of the mess and the muddle, even involving being born in a manger, which kind of symbolizes the whole thing. And I think that can be and should be enormously comforting and encouraging. I think one of the things which I never really noticed until I was a little bit older, but it's really important, is that when the angel sees the shepherds, the angel says, this baby has been born, and the way that you will know it's the right one is this extraordinary thing that somebody's gone and put the baby in a feeding trough, a manger, where the animals would normally feed. And so the shepherds, who are quite used to feeding troughs themselves, obviously, because they've got sheep, but they go into the town, and there might have been several babies born recently in the town, but they know this is the one. And that's a sign that they're told about this sign, and then when they find the child, they know this wasn't a dream. The angel visitation was real. And I love that sense that God often does things like that to give us a hint of something, and then when something else happens, makes us realize God was really in this all along and is including us in what he's doing.